Alright, people, it's me. Fucking hell, man, I'm so angry. So this morning, someone called us up and said, "Boom, can you do a job for us?" Right? They didn't leave us. They basically what they did is they said, "Oh, I left I put a bed in." They said, "I'm gonna call you back, and then we're gonna book the job. When I speak to my customer, I'm gonna call you back." He never called us back, so we picked another job, and then he then sent us a job 10 minutes later. And then we declined the job, so it left a bad feedback. This is my point. So now I spoke to the CX, and then the CX came back to me. I explained to them that he said, "Oh, we didn't turn up on time, we didn't do all of that stuff." We actually didn't do the job. So when you say we didn't turn up on time, we didn't promptly and all that stuff, it's totally incorrect because we haven't done the job. So the CX is telling me, "Oh no, well, you can't. We advise you to do 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Every time you book for a job, you have to wait up to 10 minutes, and then if they don't send the job, so when you are bid for the job, you have to wait 15 minutes before you can decline it. So for example, if someone sends you the job, let's say they send you the job. Let's say they send you the job now, you can decline it only after 15 minutes. If you decline it now, you get bad feedback. They can't remove your feedback. It doesn't make any sense. This is the point I'm making. It's absolutely nonsense because we run a fleet. I can't wait 15 minutes for every time I bid for a job. So I should be bidding for one job at a time. So if I don't get that job, I should bid for the I should wait 15 minutes before I can bid for the next job. It's just totally bullshit. So I told her, I said, "Listen, first of all, you don't have a policy that tells you that you should be bidding for you should be waiting 15 minutes or 10 minutes and all that stuff. That's not there. You don't have that policy. So I'm paying you 3.5 grand to tell me to." She said, "Oh, I advise you." What do you advise me after I get a bad feedback because this dickhead decided to leave a feedback because he declined his job, because he didn't call us back to tell us to ask us if we are available for the fucking job? That is totally nonsense. I've never heard this. This is the first time it happens to me. You have to call someone as a shipper to give them the job before they leave a bad. Do you know what I mean? Before you send the job to them, because we need to cover that job. It doesn't make, mate. Honestly, this CX thing is totally it is. Sometimes it's just. I know Peter the Courier, the CX is great, but this thing is just. I just want to fucking punch someone because it doesn't make any sense. It's not in your terms and conditions. It's not in your policy. It's not in anything that you design to tell people. If that was the case, then I wouldn't be paying for this. Straight up, I wouldn't be paying for this, because you're expecting someone that runs a fleet to wait, yeah, and then bid for a job, wait 15 minutes, then bid for the next job, wait 15 minutes. How many jobs are you putting out there for me to be waiting for 15 minutes for then declining the fucking job? Doesn't make sense. It absolutely makes sense. So what they wanted me to do was, the job was sent to me, because I declined it straight away, I can get a bad feedback. But if I decline 15 minutes later, I can't get bad feedback. So I have to wait for that shipper. So technically it's fucking both of us up, because he can't fucking book the job with someone else because he sent it to me. And then if I decline that job now, he can leave me a bad feedback, which doesn't make no fucking sense. I mean, absolutely, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Oh, I need to put it to them, because that is stupid. That is the most. It's absolutely absurd. It's just. Oh mate. Oh mate. This is. And I was feeling the confident thing in here. You know what? This is gonna be fun. All right, let's go back to the feedback. Where is this fucking feedback? Let's go back to like the basics here. Yeah, they're saying that we never turned up on time. So the feedback says. What is the feedback said? We didn't turn up on time. What's the feedback? Right, I thought this guy's gonna come and talk to me. What's this feedback that they left? Oh, feedback. The feedback says, driver completed the job on time. Unacceptable delivery time. We never completed the job. Okay, so that's one. That's your first mistake there. We never done the job. We declined the job. Secondly, was the driver courtesy. We didn't do the fucking job. Yeah. And then, you know, what's the third one? Based on the producer driver again, not you never used us. We didn't do the job. The whole thing is a fuck up. I'm sure they will take it down because she said she has to go and speak to her manager and come back to me. I'm gonna speak to her manager. There's no way I'm gonna say if that's the case and cancel my policy and get my money back, because there's no way you can do that. It just doesn't make sense. We're running a fleet. We're not paying for a normal one, which we have to book and then wait for you lot to come back to us. We have to pay drivers. We have all these fucking expenses we have to pay. So you can't expect us to fucking wait for you and then ask the guy that put the feedback to take care of. Why would I do that? Why would I call that dickhead? And so I can have an argument with him on the phone. Come on. If he send us a job directly when you call me, that's fine. You call me up and you say that you got a job. I say to you, okay, send it. You say, I'm gonna come back to you in 10 minutes. Let me speak to my customer. You didn't come back to me in 10 minutes. And then in 15 minutes later, you sent me the job. Why would I be waiting for your fucking job? You should call me up and say to me, I'm going to do the job, and that's the situation. You don't. You call me up. You can't just expect me to be waiting there to fucking. So that means every time you pull all these bids in, you have to cancel all of them when you fucking actually get a job, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Absolutely nonsense. I mean, the only thing I can say is we're not gonna take that bad feedback. They're gonna have to remove it, because there's no chance we're gonna be paying for this and then we're getting treated like dickheads. No way. You know, the CX is fucking biased as fuck, bruv. Because you got shippers out there that don't pay you, and because they post so many jobs, the CX, and then pay the CX a certain amount of money, they don't get blocked or anything like that. You can't recover your fees because people are going bankrupt and who don't choose not to pay. The procedure is just so long, it's just unbelievable. They're not actually helping you with anything. You're left to do everything by yourself. It's absolutely nonsense. But they still expect us to fucking, they put their prices up every year and expect us to pay for it because what? Because we have no jobs. I'm actually considering leaving this shit, man. Honestly, it's good, but at the same time, you've got these type of days where something so simple can be resolved quickly, but they make it an issue. They could just remove it. Well, what's the worst that can happen? With that, we haven't done the job. Everything that they said on that fucking, how do you call it? On that feedback is inaccurate, because we haven't done the job. So everything that he said on there is a made up. So now I understand what's going on. So I can leave you a bad feedback even though you done the job on time.